Tracey Ryan of Bia Beauty.
Hi.
Welcome to Irish Startup TV.
Thanks very much.
Tell us a little bit about the product. I'm afraid slightly out of shot. We've got a range of what look like creams and moisturisers.
Yeah. So Bia Beauty is a range of natural skincare products, and Bia is the Irish word for food because everything we make is made from an edible ingredient. So literally down to the emulsifiers and preservatives we use, they come from the food industry. We use things like nut and seed oils, fruit extracts, herbal infusions. When I created the range, I kind of had this thing in my head that if I couldn't eat it, then I wasn't going to put it in the product.
I like that. So,
like I did a degree in herbal science, and I came across some research, and it was that 60% of what you apply to your skin is absorbed into the body. So really? I thought, God, it's actually like you're eating the product, you know, and people are so concerned about what they're eating and eating healthily and organic, and I thought, well, why don't people care about what they're putting on their skin? At the time, I was pregnant with my first child, and I was, like a lot of new mums, I was really obsessed about what are we eating, what kind of chemicals are we using, you know, what's coming into the house. So I thought, why don't I make a range of skincare products that are made entirely from edible ingredients? So it couldn't get more natural or healthy than that.
I love that. I don't know how I discovered it, but you can use deodorant from a well-known manufacturer to take paint off a car or clean a whiteboard. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is. It's really scary, isn't it? There's another cosmetics company, and one of their moisturisers is known as the best, like, anti-midget or midge repellent going, and it's just supposed to be a moisturiser. You don't know what's in these things at all. Like,
So how do you go about creating a product?
Yeah, so I was doing a degree in herbal science. So
where did you study that?
I studied it here in Cork in CIT.
Really?
Yeah. I've always just loved anything to do with plants or nature, so it was the dream college course for me. I loved it. And while we were doing it, I was playing around with formulations quite a bit. I love making things anyway. Like I make our own washing powders and conditioners and shampoos and everything at home. I love to know how things work and how to make things. And then in my final year, we were given an innovation module. We had to make a product and we had to write a business plan. So I thought, brilliant, I'm always making products at home.
Amazing.
I'll take this moisturiser that I've made from edible ingredients, and I'll see, you know, I'll write a business plan, I'll do a bit of marketing, I'll sell it at the local farmers markets, and I suppose I just got bitten by the bug. I loved it. I loved being out at the markets, I loved the market research, I loved setting up a Facebook page, talking to customers. I just really enjoyed the whole experience. So when the project was over, I thought, why not go with this and see if I can make a business from it.
That's amazing. So you started off with a college project. You validated it. At farmers markets. Yeah, exactly. And then you just said, I've got a business.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I suppose I was really lucky. I won an internship to the Rubicon Centre here in Cork, which is a brilliant place.
It's
fantastic,
incredible.
So I spent a summer there with other startup businesses, people who were really in the throes of setting up their business, writing their business plans, and I just got inspired by everything I saw around me, and I learned a lot about business. I mean, I did no business subjects in school or in college. Nobody in my family owns a business. It's completely out of the blue that I would have set up a business. So I learned everything really at the Rubicon Centre. I wrote my business plan. I figured out, you know, how to set up the business financially, legally, all those aspects.
Have you faced any challenges being a start-upper?
Yeah, absolutely, loads. I suppose the main one has always been cash flow and access to funds. I started it as a college student. I mean, there's nobody poorer than a college student, so it was literally on a shoestring. But I've had brilliant support. I've had support from the enterprise boards, from Cork Innovates. I've just been really lucky, I suppose, with the kind of supports that I've gotten here in Cork. But that's always problem for startups, I think, access to funds. Like for us, being a cosmetics company, we're up against some of the biggest names in the world, like L'Oreal, and you know, their advertising budgets are just enormous. So we have to try and find ways that we can kind of compete with them. So for us, it's social media. That's where we can kind of, you know, kind of levels the playing field a little bit.
So what are your routes to market right now? Are you still at the farmers markets? Are you selling online?
No, we've gone from the farmers markets, unfortunately. I loved it. We now sell online, and that's about 20% of our business, but mostly we sell into pharmacies, health food stores, lifestyle stores. So we are in like the Lloyd's pharmacy chain here in Ireland. They're like the biggest pharmacy chain in Ireland.
How did you get in there? That's an incredible achievement.
So they ran a business clinic looking for young Irish new businesses to come on board with them, and we passed through their clinic and got taken on by them. Also other stockists would be places like Avoca, Blarney, Medicine Burns, stores like that. So I think we're in about 150 stores in Ireland at the moment.
That's amazing. And do you find it easier to do business in places like Meadows and Byrne and Avoca rather than the traditional?
Oh, absolutely. Those kind of stores are just perfect for us, you know, the lifestyle stores. They're full of women, and you know, women going in with their mum or their aunt and treating themselves and looking for something a little bit different and special. Oh yeah, it's like the best place ever. Even when I go in myself to do an in-store demonstration, I think I better hide my card out of the car because this is dangerous. You know, they really almost curate you know, such a beautiful selection of products. Yeah. So
it sounds like you've met more, we'll say, solutions than challenges in terms of the supports you've had from the Rubicon or from Cork Innovates. We have been really lucky with the supports we've gotten. I think Cork is like a small kind of close-knit community, and there's really good support out there in the business community. We just find, you know, we're being offered opportunities literally every week or every month. Something great comes our way. Like one of the best things was they were making like some cinema ads for CIT, and they needed to have like an ex-student and a lecturer involved in the ads, and somebody put forward my business, and we ended up filming an ad for CIT that was shown in cinemas across Munster for the whole summer. I mean, so where would you buy that kind of exposure? What was the basis for that? Was the idea to give startups exposure?
Well, no, actually, it was to publicise the college a bit more among students in Munster. But luckily, someone thought of us, and I suppose that's how it's always been for us since we set up. I think if you're passionate and excited about your business, it's kind of contagious and it rubs off on people.
I must say your passion and your enthusiasm is really contagious right now. I want to go do a startup.
Awesome. Well, I absolutely love what I do, so yeah.
That's fantastic. So tell us, are you going to be involved in Startup Gathering, Startup Ireland, or are you going to have this gathering?
Oh, absolutely.
Cork Innovates are really clued into it.
Yeah, absolutely, I am. I mean, Cork Innovates have been amazing for us so far, so anything they're doing, I definitely want to be involved in. It's always great to kind of extend our network anyway of, you know, meeting other startup companies, and like I really enjoy now being able to give some advice or help other companies. I suppose at the beginning I was the one looking for advice, looking to meet people for coffee, looking for a bit of a leg up. Can you tell me the name of the person in there? You know, now I feel like I can offer a bit of that to startup companies.
Tracey, your enthusiasm about startups is just incredible. I'm feeling super inspired right now. So thanks so much for sharing your story with us, and we look forward to continuing to see the progress.
Great, thanks very much.
Thanks a million, Tracey.
Thanks.
Hello.